Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today we're just going to give you guys a quick update on Mom's health because that is one of the things that we want you guys to be aware of. She got
results back, testing done. So first the doctors thought that I had a disease called amyloidosis, so I had to have a biopsy done, and that came back negative, or normal as they say, and that would have actually answered a lot of things for us. So that came as a big surprise that I don't have that either. So we are still in the dark about pretty much everything and what caused everything. I had a gallbladder study done and found out that my gallbladder is not working sufficiently. So my gastroparesis specialist said that we aren't going to do it right away, but it can be removed later after some other testing is done, because he doesn't want to do a bunch of surgical procedures on me when we can possibly do several together. So I told you guys in I think our introduction video that I was going to have a procedure done that was supposed to help empty my stomach, or I think I did. I did have that done on December 11th, and it was supposed to help the stomach empty faster, because since my stomach is paralyzed, it doesn't actually empty the food very fast. So food sits in there for a long time. Unfortunately, the procedure did not work. I'm actually worse than I was before. So spoke with him about that as well when I had my follow-up just on Wednesday. So I have to have further testing done. Currently, I have a kidney infection because I don't have enough to deal with already. Apparently, the doctor said that it probably started off as a UTI, but quickly became a lot worse. And I saw her on Monday. And then 3 days later, after I had started the first antibiotics, they called me back and said, those antibiotics don't work with your type of infection, so let's switch you to this one. And so I was steadily getting worse after seeing her because of the fact I wasn't on the right antibiotics. And now I feel like poop. I don't know if all the pain that I have is caused by the infection, or if it's a flare-up from my gastroparesis. Not sure, because there's too many things going on all at one time. I spoke with my neurologist. He would like to send me to a specialty neurologist, which I had never heard of, for autonomic, I think it's what it's called, autonomic diseases, to see if they can figure out where all my pain comes from and the different things that I've had for a couple of years now with having seizures and things like that. And I have 2 tests that I have to have done now that will happen on the 18th. One that I'm absolutely petrified about. They will be sticking a tube down my nose while I'm awake and putting it all the way into my stomach to see if my esophagus is working correctly. Because normally when I eat, I feel the food like all the way at the top for like hours. And my specialist said that it was not my stomach doing that it has to do with my esophagus not working correctly. So that's a new test. And then I have to have another upper endoscopy for some sort of barium study. I don't exactly know what all they're looking for in that. I just hope that we finally get some answers, because I feel like if I keep getting worse, before, I don't know, 3-4 months from now, I'll probably have a feeding tube just to give me nutrition. Right now, the doctor said I needed to be on an all liquid diet indefinitely. So we had to order supplemental drinks plus protein powder so that I can like make smoothies and still kind of feel normal. Then, you know, Jell-O seems to be my best friend right now, which Julie makes me.
Gotta make some more today.
And soup, which my husband makes me. But you know, those foods get really boring after a while, so I thought if I got different flavors of the supplemental nutrition, then maybe I could not feel like I'm drinking the same thing every single day. We'll see. Other than that, it's not the greatest update. It sounds strange, but I was really hoping that disease would come back being positive, because it would have answered a lot of questions for us, and it would have allowed me to be treated. Even though it can't be cured, it at least has treatment options that could have possibly helped my gastroparesis as far as the pain. And since I'm waiting on the gallbladder thing, I can't get rid of the pain that's closer to my ribs from the gallbladder. So hopefully that'll be done soon. And just pray that the test that I have being done 2 Mondays from now, give us some sort of answers, because I am starting to feel like there are no answers out there, and I'm really trying not to go to the ER when I can't move out of my bed. Literally today, I had to have Gabe run and get me medication so I wasn't vomiting all over the bathroom, and then he had to help me get to the bed. I had actually gained weight close to 112, which I don't think was like full on weight that I had gained from food, but I normally stick to 108, 107, and I am currently almost at 103. And while other people think, 1 or 2 pounds is not a lot, when you don't have anything but skin and bones to work with now, it's a lot. And it definitely takes a toll on my body. And as the doctors say, I can't afford to lose any more weight. Thing is that we were trying to at least hold at least 106, 107 pounds, because at least then I was maintaining some sort of nutrition. Apparently now I'm not. And since this disease seems to change on an everyday basis for me, like the foods that I eat, my, as we call safe foods, are now no longer safe for me. It's really hard to figure out what I'm going to eat on a daily basis, because of the fact that what I could eat last week, I can't eat today. And what I can eat today, I may not be able to eat tomorrow. I attempted to eat a salad. That was a bad idea. Well, I'm pretty sure it could have been worse, but I did pay for it. But it tasted so good. I haven't had lettuce in forever.
You were very happy with your salad last night. You got a second one.
Yes. So, as of right now, that is the update. Nothing is better. Things are worse.
We're hoping it will get better, but we don't know how much more better it's gonna get.
The number one thing I just don't want is to end up with a feeding tube. I'm not going to say I can deal with the pain. Ow. Because it's really hard on a daily basis. It would just be great to have a little bit of normalcy to my life where I might be able to walk in the store instead of having to be pushed around in a wheelchair. And that's not going to happen until I can get some nutrition in me, and I don't know how we're going to do that. So, that's the update. I start the liquid diet, the true liquid diet, when all the protein stuff gets here. I think it's Monday or Tuesday. Right now, I'm just going to fight through it for the weekend, and hopefully I don't end up in the hospital because I'm pretty close. Also, Timmy will be having a procedure on Monday because he has diverticulosis, otherwise known as diverticulitis, when it's inflamed. I believe the doctors are going to be doing, well, they're doing a colonoscopy, but they're also going to be removing a portion of, I assume, his intestines or the colon. I'm not really sure because I was not allowed into the hospital when he was in the hospital. And this was, it was like November.
It was months ago.
It was months ago, yeah. So it's not something, and he doesn't know medical terminology and things like that, so he couldn't even explain it to me. He just said that when his last diverticulitis came, that it got infected and they want to remove that, I guess, that infected piece. So, say a little prayer for him on Monday, and then the next Monday I'll go in for my procedures, which are so much fun. I will be put to sleep again. That is the worst feeling in the world. Not to mention the scary part of having a giant tube shoved down your nose into your stomach. And I made the mistake of looking it up. I played about 20 seconds of that video and immediately started to shake. I am not looking forward to it. So, that's pretty much it. We had a good Christmas. New Year's was...
New Year's was New Year's.
Yeah.
I cleaned all New Year's.
All New Year's Eve.
All...
And New Year's Day. And the day after New Year's.
No, it was the day before New Year's, the day of New Year's Eve, and then the day
before New Year's is New Year's Eve, you weirdo.
No, the day before New Year's Eve. I'm sorry, I got it wrong. I was cleaning for 4 days.
That's how dirty her room is.
That's just a lot of stuff that I had to clean and wash, and...
That's how dirty her room is. And then I was sick on New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
So I was awake at midnight.
I was too.
Happy New Year. Other than that, I mean, we haven't really seen Gabe a whole lot because he's upstairs
gaming away.
That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a whole lot to say. Just wanted to give you guys the update on what's going on. It's not good news, but
it's news.
It's news, all right. I was really hoping that the procedure would work. Just I had this funny feeling like it wasn't going to. I guess you could say it was a gut feeling that it wasn't going to work.
I did have my doubts on if it was actually going to come out as that one disease, I was like, I don't think it's gonna come out positive because I have a feeling we're just gonna end up not knowing for the longest time.
Oh, I was talking about the procedure where
Oh,
they
what?
blew up the balloon.
Oh, I know, the balloon thing, I felt skeptical on that one as well.
I am glad that we didn't do it the opposite way that they could have done it, which is they go into your stomach and they cut the bottom part of the opening to make it bigger. So they did it with a balloon. That way I didn't have to have, like, other people have a super long recovery from it. I mean, the doctor quickly asked me, did you feel any improvement, even a day, even a couple of hours? I said, no, I feel worse. I take way more nausea medication now, and that's just to get a meal into me. I might have something at night, like 7 or 8 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock, that doesn't make me feel like I'm going to puke all over the place. And that's another thing. I didn't feel nauseous all the time. I felt nauseous occasionally. And of course, when it came,
It was terrible.
it was awful. But
It wasn't here all the time.
now, it's all the time. And like I said, it's hard to decipher which thing is causing what. So I just wish there were tests for the stomach that didn't involve me being put to sleep, tubes being shoved down my nose or my mouth, which all end up in the same place. Just that kind of stuff. And I've got to go 3.5 hours away from the house just to have these tests done, because that's where the nearest specialist is for gastroparesis, and he's the one who does, like, the surgical part of gastroparesis. Your regular GI doctor can do the rest of it, and apparently he was going to contact him so they could be on the same page. But we'll see about that, since my gastroenterologist told me right off the bat, I don't approve of you going to see this guy. All he's going to want to do is put a stimulator in your stomach, which was not an option for me. That was the first thing that Dr. Bregman said was, that's the gastroparesis specialist. He said, you're not a candidate for a gastric stimulator, right? It's a pacemaker for your stomach. It's because of my neurological issues, I cannot have one because I require MRIs, and you can't have a pacemaker and have MRIs. So that was just like thrown right out the window. So what my GI doctor was worried about, I can't even have. And I like the way that Dr. Bregman has been saying, we don't want to jump into the next surgery until we run some more tests to see if there's other things that need to be done at the same time. So at least I'm still being poked and prodded, but at least it's not just like a fishing expedition. To me, it feels like it's thought out.
They're calculated moves.
Where I've spent the last year just being poked and prodded for people just guessing what's wrong with me, which have all come back negative. And then I do see my endocrinologist, I believe, next month. I have to go back and see my regular doctor this month, and then I see my specialist this month, and probably my neurologist will call me in the next week because my results of my biopsy came back, so that we can start the journey to what he said might be Boston for the autonomic neurologist. So we'll update you on that when we can. Other than that, that's it for today. We will see you guys next time. We don't have a schedule for videos right now because with me being sick all the time, it's very hard to stick to that schedule. I mean, unless the kids are going to sit here and make things to do. But the stuff we wanted to do requires me or Timmy to be here. So
we'll attempt to come up with some type of schedule sometime in the future, but for right now it's going to be really hard due to all the medical issues and things of the sorts.
So other than that, we will see you guys next time for whatever the next video is. And if you guys have ideas of what we should do or what you want to see, comment and tell us, because we sure could use the help. See you guys later.
Bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe, hit the little bell, and turn it to all so then you get notified every time that we post a new video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bye!